A4. And then Sacred Heart with a close 4th place finish in team points. Again, they finished 4th in the first varsity, 3rd in the second varsity, and then 2nd was pretty impressive performance there. Depth of Sacred Heart.
Coming down the course now, we've got the 2nd Varsity 4 Grand Final. This is not a point-scoring event for the NCAA Championships, but it is still a race that is contested between college conference rivals.
It's true.
And these women are hoping to make a statement, finish their season strong. They've trained as much as everyone else has. They're looking for their racing opportunity, and whether this is where they're finishing out their rowing career or saying, hey, coach, next year, remember what I did at conference championships.
Yep, remember what I do under pressure. Yep. An awesome drone shot here. These athletes are settling into their base pace. So just to give you an insight of what these athletes are going through, it's a 1.25 mile long sprint. As we've seen, it takes about 8 minutes in the 4, maybe 8.5 minutes. And especially here when we have a little bit of head current pushing against these athletes' best efforts. But you have the athletes coming through that explosive and kind of adrenaline-filled start sequence and shifting to the comfortable, being uncomfortable base pace rhythm of the 2K here. So athletes shifting to something closer to about a stroke every 2 seconds as opposed to 40 strokes a minute. And the athletes are kind of duking out for position here in the second 500. It's where you kind of can be a little bit more gutsy. You can have a little bit of comfort knowing that you're still kind of fresh. The third 500, you'll start to feel a little bit less fresh. So really trying to use that clear head space of the second 500. The coxswains calling on their athletes to really put it in gear and make it exciting for us watching here at home. We have 5 boats. Stetson over on the right of your screen. Fairfield A's entry in lane 2. Jacksonville A in lane 3. Sacred Heart in lane 4. Jacksonville B entry in lane 5. And Fairfield
this one's Patty.
in lane 6.
We were talking about depth earlier, and surprise, surprise, we've got Jacksonville A and B battling it out in front.
Yes.
It's not enough. Just
come on, guys.
You want to have the depth of your team to make a statement that everybody's coming to, make a statement.
We were talking about, hey, coach, talking about points. This is not a point-scoring event, but this is bragging rights in the boathouse.
Right.
You got your A4, your B4. They've trained next to each other a lot in practice. They know what the other crew has, and somebody's going to go out there and try to make a statement.
And we have quite the battle going on between our trailing crews. So Fairfield B, Sacred Heart, and Fairfield A.
Jacksonville's just rocked every race so far.
It's just letters on a sheet. It doesn't actually mean anything if you're an athlete and you've got a chip on your shoulder or a target on your back.
It does if you're in the B boat.
Exactly.
It absolutely does.
So it's kind of cool to see how these athletes respond to that pressure. Obviously, if you're seated to be more competitive in the A boat or in the teams in general, how you're seated over the course of your season with regular season racing. How do you respond when you've got a little bit of expectation either way, like expectation to do well, expectation to come up second? These athletes kind of taking on the challenge here to race the race that's unfolding.
We can go ahead and call out these crews here, starting in lane 1. That's going to be on the right hand of your screen. We've got Jaylene Santiago in the coxswain seat, Lauren Thompson in 4, Kaylee Peterson in 3, Sadie Jensen in 2, and Simone Williams in bow. In lane 2, that's the Fairfield A entry. We've got Michaela Thompson in the coxswain seat, Megan Rourke in 4, Giovanna Enderl in 3, Cassandra Riley in 2, Alyssa Combretta in the bow seat. In lane 3, in the Jacksonville A boat, dueling it out with its Jacksonville B counterpart, we've got Camise Jackson in the cox, Madison Benavides in 4.
I thought Teddy was the lead,
Castleberry in 3,
100%.
Catherine Geiger in 2.
Come on, baby. Come on, girl.
Costa, in 2, and Courtney Brown in the bow. In the Sacred Heart boat in lane 4, we've got Kim Votek in coxswain seat, Nicole Otero in 4, Leslie Chaboyer in 3, Sarah Bjork in 2, and Karen Olson in the bow. In lane 5, Jacksonville B, we've got Patty Ekholm as the coxswain.
Yes.
Madeline Kiefer in 4.
Yes.
Ellie Clark in 3. Courtney Busk in 2. And Isabel Mertens in the bow seat.
And they're currently in the lead.
They're in
that
the lead.
B-boat.
The B-boat, lane 5.
Just a quick...
Just a letter.
Just a letter.
And then
Hang on to it,
6,
honey. Come on.
Left-hand side of our screen, nearest to us here.
Another B-boat. Doing pretty well.
Another B-boat. We've
Currently
got
in 3rd.
Fairfield B with Lexi Tomlinson in the cox, Lily Kroll in 4, Courtney Trudell in 3, Allison Moore in 2, and Kara Davidson in the bow seat.
What a day for a B-boat.
They're,
so far, we are coming into the last 250 shortly here.
We've got some exciting inter-squad racing going on. We've got the
Come on, honey.
Jacksonvilles dueling it out in the front, going stroke for stroke with each other, with the advantage to Jacksonville B in lane 5.
Hold on to it.
The next race behind that is Fairfield B out in front of Fairfield A. Fairfield B in lane 6 to the left on your screen, and Fairfield A in lane 2 towards the right. And then we've got Sacred Heart and Stetson rounding it out here. And I got to tell you, you as an
Hold
athlete,
on to
right,
it. Come on,
you might want to
baby.
make one of the point-scoring boats. You might have different goals, or you might be thrilled that this is where you're at. What a fun way to end your season in the conference
do it. You
championship.
can do it. Keep
Going
going.
out here.
Keep
in the
going.
Second Varsity 4, and hey, Jacksonville A, Jacksonville B, we just pushed each other to show how deep our
These
program
Dolphins
is.
are showing up.
You guys are kicking ass.
I got to give all the credit to Mike Lane and his staff over at Jacksonville. Been a huge Jaguars fan since the late 90s. That's always been my team. But, rooting for the Dolphins today. They're out here showing an impressive program depth performance.
Come on, baby.
Again, these coxswains are mic'd up. We can hear them here on the finish line. They're giving it everything, trying to relay information to their athletes. The end is in sight. Just 2 more strokes.
And the credit to Jax B.
Yeah.
Representing their program well. It's a nice bus ride back to the airport. Big celebrations from Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional.
That's
Those B4 athletes just, I guess really the C4, right?
A lot of sportsmanship, obviously, but you get on the bus, you sit down, maybe a little elbow nudge, say, hey, good race, huh?
Right. And everyone giving kudos at the finish line is super special tradition here of sportsmanship at the MAAC Championship.
Absolutely. The crews are waiting for everyone else to finish before they move on. We've got here Fairfield B in lane 6.
I believe they're the Foxes, the Red Foxes.
That's Maris. Fairfield are the Stags.
Yes.
And then Fairfield A, followed by Sacred Heart. And rounding out our MAAC program here in lane 1 is the Stetson Women's Second Varsity 4. Bringing it home.
Good. And if you're looking to watch the coverage of the award ceremony, the MAAC award ceremony will be at 10:10. So if you're looking for that, hold tight, maybe get a snack, bathroom break.
You got time.
And you'll get that coverage in just about a half hour.
If you're watching from work, maybe get back to the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Make it look like you're doing something.
It's a Friday.
That's it.
Just wiggle the mouse. That's fine.
Keep it moving. Keep it active.
And if you're just with us